Taylor, you kind of figured out in the second half. I think you started getting like 3 for 9 from the field. But in terms of your rhythm in the second half, finding ways to get to the basket and just finishing, what did you feel like changed?
I think I just knew that we needed to get points up on the board, and kind of just got in my head. Just gotta go strong to the basket and remember, just soft touch. I think.
Caroline, last time out against Illinois State, the offense had just 14 assists, but this afternoon you guys had 25, including 12 from you. What were you guys seeing in terms of being able to pass it around and share the ball today?
I feel like a lot of our assists were in transition. We're a really unselfish team, and offensively, we move the ball well. So I don't know. People are hitting shots, I guess.
Taylor, I know last week there was some trouble with some of the fouling in the last game. So how did you guys improve that today?
Moving our feet. Maintaining like a sense of aggressiveness, but not out of control. I think that was one of the biggest things I had going forward. Playing hard, but not, just hacking and stuff like that. So I think we all, took note of that.
12 offensive rebounds for you guys today, Taylor, including, I believe, 4 or 5 from you. What does it mean to this team's identity that you guys are so good at crashing the glass even on offense?
I think when you're crashing the glass, I think a biggest thing of crashing the glass is a sense of effort and hustle, because that's a lot of what rebounding is. So I think that shows a bit of our hustle. We got to add a lot more to that, but I think that kind of speaks to that right there.
And for either of you, this Lehigh team made 18 threes. What were they doing offensively that really stretched you guys out?
We got a lot to work on defensively. We're going to figure it out. I don't think it's what they were doing. Maybe, our defensively we're not disciplined right now, but we're going to figure it out.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, you want to get us going with an opening statement on today, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, just really disappointed in our defense and our commitment to running people off the three-point line. The last time I saw that happen, I forget who won. We played Iowa here, and we set the NCAA record for threes in a game between the two of us. Maggie Lyon, my coach, was in that game. It was like, 99, 98 or something. I forget. And I think we made 32 threes between us. It was one of the best games I've ever been part of. But tonight, Lehigh shot like Iowa. We didn't respond like Northwestern. And that's the problem. That's what's disappointing. That's what we got to clean up. And again, it's November 10th. So we got to get some people healthy, get them back on the court. And, there's no excuses for that. No excuses. Give Lehigh a lot of credit. They shot it like Golden State Warriors. But we got to defend it. We got great teams in our league. And we got an outstanding team coming in Thursday. So we just got to get ready, put this behind us.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about the defensive effort, and that extends to the rebounding as well. Lehigh got 11 offensive boards today. What do you think the team needs to work on in terms of getting able to clear out the other team post?
Well, they just beat us everywhere. They beat us to spots, on cuts, when we were supposed to switch. We lost them. They drove it at us hard when the ball went up. When they chased it, we didn't do a very good job blocking out. And we got to be a much better rebounding team because, again, the Big Ten is relentless. No excuse.
I know one thing you emphasized after the last game was having your bigs not foul as much. So what did you see from them today, and how'd you guys improve that?
That's a good question. I guess we just left people wide open so we wouldn't foul them. That's the only thing I can think of, because we didn't breathe on anybody with a Lehigh uniform. And again, we had 3 post players foul out, the other night, and they were, physical. We worked on that in practice, but we just didn't do a very good job today of just getting the open shooters. And but we'll get better. Those guys, Taylor Williams, Taylor Thomas, Grace Sullivan, hopefully we'll get Kaylee Walsh back soon, Mercy. So our bigs haven't played much together, and we've got people that it's the first time that they've wore a uniform here. So it's in Grace and Taylor's situation. So it's their second game here. So we got in practice they're phenomenal some days. Great question.
Coach, really saw Melanie Daly for 19 minutes tonight. Is she playing under a minutes restriction, or are we going to see her more as she recovers more from the injuries?
Yeah, it's good to have her back. She gives us that dimension. She's one of the better one-on-one players in our league. So, as we get her going, that'll help us because she can create her own shot.
Was the game plan going in? Did you flirt with the idea of playing a bigger lineup?
Well, we played the biggest ones we had, So we played, double low post, high low with Taylor, Grace, Taylor the whole game. So, we get Kaylee back, Mercy back. Lauren Trumpeter 6'4", 6'5". So we just didn't have that opportunity tonight. Hopefully.
Coach, one thing the defense did do a pretty good job of was getting into the passing lanes. Got 11 steals after getting 6 last time out against Illinois State. Has that been a focus of the defense to get steals, and how do you plan on continuing to keep those numbers up?
Yeah, I mean, when we're good, it's because we can turn people over and run out in our pressure defense. And I thought, we're showing signs of that. I think that's how we want to play and play in transition. But, again, we can't shoot 3 for 13 and 9 for 16 from the line. You got to take advantage of those opportunities. We're better than that, and I think hopefully that'll we'll see that as the season progresses.
Yeah, Coach. In terms of Lehigh's defense, they were really able to condense the lane, which things really tough for Taylor Williams, who ended up figuring out in the second half. But how difficult is that from an offensive perspective, especially if you're not shooting the ball particularly well from outside?
Well, I mean, when exactly, when everything's packed in the lane, you're trying to reverse the ball. You got to make shots, to open things up for for Grace, Taylor, because they've proven they can score on the blocks. But it was really crowded in there, and we kicked it out. We just didn't capitalize. So hopefully, and again, we're a young team from the standpoint 7 new players, and we're going to have some nights where I think we light it up, but we just got to keep plugging. So.
One more.
Coach, against Illinois State, 14 assists to 14 turnovers. This afternoon, 25 assists to 16 turnovers. What do you guys need to do to make sure that the offense stays unselfish but also avoids those giveaways?
No, that's a good point. I think, we preach every day, share the basketball. But again, when you share it, if we're going to share it with you, you need to put it in the basket. It's pretty simple, right? And for our great teams, simple wins for us because we've always been really unselfish. But you got to finish. We missed a lot of layups, especially in the first half. That would have, we had a goal. Like at the end of along your point, we said let's get this thing to 10 at the end of the third quarter and then win it in the fourth quarter. Don't try to win it right away. And I thought I liked what we did in the third quarter. We went into the fourth. We cut it to 11, I guess, right? I'm trying to think. So it was kind of exactly what we talked about at halftime, and we just couldn't. In the fourth quarter, in the third quarter, we came out, hit a 3, went on a 5, 6. I don't even, you guys, I don't have all the numbers, but I thought if we could just get stops to start the fourth, get this thing down to 6 or 8, and then winning in the last 5 minutes. So something we got to work on. Guys, thank you.
Everybody?
Cool.